subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Namaste, konnichiwa. Welcome to the Nupur Tiwari Show. And today we have very special guest, and he is none other than Dr. Lake Juneja. And Dr. Lake Juneja is not in India, neither in USA. He is in Japan, and he is the CEO of Kameda Seika. Yes, you heard it right. So it's very rare, going to that position in Japan. But Japan is changing, and they're really recognizing the potential and the talent. So, Dr. Juneja, welcome to the Nupur Tiwari Show.
Thank you, Nupur. Thank you for having me for your show.
Thank you so much. So, audience, definitely on behalf of you, I'm going to ask him few questions. The first question definitely would be how far was the journey as an Indian in Japan?
Yeah, going back when I came to Japan is now for 40 years, It's a long journey.
Wow.
1984, I recall, and that time not many students were coming to do education, learning here in Japan. Most of the Indians would prefer to go to US or Europe because of the English.
True.
And they can speak, they can adjust, they can become American or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was, it's a destiny, I tell you, why I came to Japan. And 1984, before that, I was born in India, raised in India, and then I got a job there and got married, and I didn't finish my PhD at that time. And my wife said, "Oh, you were supposed to be a doctor." I started applying. Okay, let me get some fellowship. Let's go overseas and do that. And got fellowship in Switzerland and Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So the choice was again going to Europe or Western countries or Japan. One of my senior, he came to Japan at that time and came down. He said, "Look, all Indians go to Europe and US, you should go to Japan if you have a chance to go there."
Wow.
And it was 1984, and he says, "Why?" He told me, "Look, it's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and very safe. And you can take your family, you don't need to worry about that." And more of that, told me the economy of Japan, which is like booming. And why I came here was, of course, those factors were there. So I wanted to do some research, and in Osaka University, and the professors were so famous. They were like Osaka University at Mecca of fermentation and microbiology, which I was doing. So without any much of
Second thoughts.
we had second and third thought, But it's not like, wow, let's go to Japan. And decided. And I came before, and then my family joined, my wife. So that time I come to Japan, I see, wow. I go to Osaka University and go to Umeda in the evening. Wow, something I've never seen before, That's so beautiful country and infrastructure, and so neat and clean. And it was like 40 years ago,
40 years ago.
And the image
Wow.
of Japan was at that time like made in Japan. Wow. So you'd love to buy anything made in Japan,
Even still,
Yeah,
Kameda Seika.
It's still number one. Though nobody
Yes.
can beat them, made in Japan is still number one.
Exactly.
But at that time, I didn't know any Japanese or nothing, So when I come here and see Japan, I see, wow, its melon is like 5,000 yen. It was almost free.
In India. True. That is the question I was going to ask you.
Yeah, it was like so expensive, and it's like you buy electronics and buy a melon. It's like same price. It's like it was a culture shock.
True.
At that time, and more of that, it was like a lot of things, which I've never seen in my life, Learning language was another thing, because not many people understand English, you know.
True. And 40 years ago, it was very difficult. Still,
Very
you know,
difficult.
these days, still people
That's
are
good. You know,
understanding.
I just, you know, I couldn't communicate anything. I had some, you know, stomachache. I would go to,
Doctor.
you know, what is called? Yeah, it's like doctor, you know. And
Pharmacy.
then nurse tell me, wait, you know. And then she says, sensei, kimasu kara matte kudasai. Sensei. So I learned one word, sensei's teacher. I said, no, it's not a class. I want to need doctor. And I don't need sensei. So sensei is teacher, sensei is
doctor.
Doctor, sensei is politician. You know, you don't know later.
Everything,
You know? So it was like
everything.
culture shock. You know, a lot of
Exactly.
things.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. You know, I'd like to tell the audience it is not a very formal interview. It is very informal. I really want, you know, especially India, to know that how the journey was 40 years ago. It's not very easy. It was only maybe few thousand Indians were here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there was no Indian food. There was no like it's not that you go out and see Indian faces. It was not a lot of melancholy. You know. So what exactly you missed the most?
You know, everything was so fresh and so new, and I was enjoying it, you know. But the real problem was the language, you know. Second was the food, you know. Like I went to eat in the, you know, to have lunch with the professor, you know, and lots of students are there, and I don't know how to use chopsticks. You know, you come and eat. They eat in 5 minutes on the lunch and go. I'm just watching and waiting. What is that? It's like white rice and then raw fish, you know. And I said, wow, what is wrong with these guys? You know, they can't cook or something wrong. They cannot put some spices there, you know. They eat just raw stuff. And my image was raw fish was just eat the fish and eat as such, you know. And then I see octopus, you know, and wow, we can't see that creature, you know. You have to eat raw, you know. But now, after 40 years, you know, my kids love the most is
Sashimi,
takoyaki,
takoyaki.
taco or raw
Yeah.
fish or onigiri, you know. You know, at that time, you know, when it was food, it's a language, and it was customs, you know, I see people talking on phone, you know, and I don't understand what they're talking, you know, but what they're doing, hi. I say, she's not telling anybody, why is she saying hi? It's just like go to a common bath, you know, spa, you know, and then you remove all the clothes, you know, wow.
Onsen.
So everything was like new, and it was a pleasant, you know, change of culture and
Totally different, out of the world.
out of the world, and started
Yeah.
adjusting that. And one of my professors told me, look, you want to stay in Japan? Yeah, yes. You want to do your PhD? You want to do, you know, education here? Yes. You know, he says, like starting whatever you can. So that was a lesson. I still do it, you know. Still do for my family and still do for the people, you know. If you like the place, if you start hating, you don't like Japan.
Very
You
good.
don't like Japanese. You always criticize. You should not stay here.
This is very good advice, actually. You know, Dr. Juneja what said that the place you are in, you should like it. You know, if you should not criticize, you should accept them the way they are. This is very good advice, Dr. Juneja.
And it's not only the place, it's also like your family.
Culture,
You
yeah.
start finding something wrong with your kids, your husband, your friends. You don't like them. The first lesson I do is, you know, start loving your product. That you love this product, you'll sell it. You'll convince other people to buy it. If you don't like this product and you're going to sell it, you don't have heart in that.
True.
Right?
True. This is my favorite, by the
You know,
way.
I know. So you know, this is what you needed, you know. So I like my family, I like my company, I like my boss, you know. Start finding positive things there. So, you know, the professor told me, like you don't like raw food, you know. Start, put in the mouth and feel how good it is, you know. Forget about it's from,
Yeah.
what source it is. You know.
True.
So started eating, then I learned, you know,
True.
wow, the food, the real food is without spices, without oil, without sugar. It's so good, you know. So it's still become like texture. You know. Still we are, you know, I tell most of the interviews, you know, that there are 445 words in texture, you know. The people, Japanese are so good to make different textures of the food.
True.
It looks so beautiful, you know.
True.
So you don't eat Japanese food, then you say it's bad. This Indian food is good. Indian food is of course good, you know.
Yeah.
And of course you like it because you have been
Yeah.
born with that.
Exactly.
You
True.
start loving, start liking that place, start liking the food, learn the language, then becomes your home.
True.
That's what it is, 40
True.
years of journey,
40 years of journey. True.
So it's become home, I like this place so much,
Yeah.
Half of my life, probably I was traveling in the plane and the hotels. I was president and chairman in different companies all over the world, in US and Europe and China and India. Different. When I come back here and I feel, wow.
Home.
And of course, India is home, I was born there. I love that place. My family, my siblings, a lot of people are there. You feel different because you're born there. It's
True,
still in
true.
the heart.
True.
But when I come back here in the home, it's home.
True.
It's fursato.
Furusato. Exactly. That is the thing, for the audience, I would like to say when I came here and then, the way the Dr. Juneja is having the relation with his staff, that this is so amazing, like a
It's
family.
a family.
They all are family.
Yeah, they are my family.
So this is the way, this is such a great culture,
Yeah.
Dr. Juneja has started that the people are working with him, they all are family, and this is the
Yeah.
way he's treating. So Dr. Juneja, here I'd like to ask you that, traditional Japanese company, they always prefer the Japanese to lead it.
Yeah.
And and you are here, you are leading the company. So how do you see this?
It's still not very simple company to work, like US, I always see today's Nikkei's interview, you see, I wrote that, you have American team. Do you have a Japanese team? If you want to bring good people to Japan to work with, we need to make environment for those smart people, good people to work for, So that was today's front page interview.
Yeah.
At Nikkei,
True.
So same thing I tell, that, if you want to achieve something, you should think you want to become like that. 人間って思ったことのある。
ですよね。
まず思うこと。
ですよね。
I tell it, lots of fresh, employees when they join our company. Say, how can I become president? How can I become like you? I said, look, you first thing you start thinking today that you want to become president of this company. You want to become chairman of this company, or you want to become prime minister of this country. Rishi Sunak thought that he became. He's Indian, becoming PM of England, UK. Can't believe it, right?
True.
So, but if you start thinking in that, you want to become that, you work hard in that direction.
True.
Because you want to achieve that. You have the goal.
True.
If you want to stay here, you'll do work only for this.
True.
You want to become there, then you work like this. If you want to become politician, you want to become prime minister, you start going to municipalities and start saying hello and getting friendly with them, and you do all those things,
True.
right?
So work for that.
Resources you will bring, If you want a professor, you'll do very good research to do become professor, or whatever you want to achieve, or you want to put your own company, then you work, start a venture, how to build up, So you work hard for that,
Great, yeah. So great advice it is for the especially youngster.
Yeah.
You have to have the vision to reach there.
Yeah, so you have to first set your goal, what you want to become in your life, what you want to achieve, that's very important, I think,
So,
So
definitely.
for me, as you said, what was, when I finished my PhD, I got a job again in the US. Whenever I want to move, it was some destiny, I stay back, I never thought I'll become CEO and chairman of this Kakinokane company, Kameda, I met somebody in Niigata. Niigata Salo. I was going to ship, and I was going to move to US. I met somebody, and he said, come and visit us, I went there and become, I worked for that company, became vice president of that company. It was just
By
destiny.
chance, destiny.
It's destiny, because a lot of process was there. I was just got my visa, ready to go to US, and my family is there, packed up, Then within 2 weeks, we decided to stay back.
Wow.
Can't believe it. That too in Niigata, and then I become Niigata's company. So, but that time, what you said, what you need to do to achieve your goals, and it's very difficult for foreigners to work here. I agree with you. It's still not many. That's the reason. If I became CEO and chairman of very traditional Japanese company, lots of press is coming. So many. I was there before also, same thing. And because it's very unique, the Indian become a CEO and chairman.
Exactly.
But if you go to US, just look at probably I don't know how much, $5 trillion US dollar economy is Indian CEOs are doing.
Exactly.
Nobody talks much about
Nobody
that.
talks. Yeah, exactly. That's
Because
true.
that's a culture.
True.
So it's a country of immigrants. People go there, settle there, make their dreams. The environment is there.
True.
So that's the reason that company is growing all the brain from all over the world, not only India. So
True.
it's an
Exactly.
ocean
True.
that everybody can come and have a dream. So Japan has to change. And when I came down, when I joined that company, what I did was, that the chairman of that company told me, do something nobody else has done. One.
Wow, that's really great.
That's a lesson I
advice.
always go out of the box, don't do the thing. Make some product. 世の中ないもの作れてる。だから。
ですよね。
And second thing is, we want to go international. There's nobody who could take us international. Because we are in Japan, we need to become global. So that's 40 years I'm carrying same. That I don't want to copy anybody. I want to be unique. I still say Kameda has to become Yuitsu, Munino, global food company style. What we have a core competency. We are rice innovation company, right?
True.
We are number one rice innovation.
Exactly.
So my strength is, I take this technology and all this product innovations
Around the world.
all around the world. Why should I stick in
Only Japan. True. Very
Yeah.
true.
So I did that, and then my process of, what do you say, up the ladder, going to that position starts. When I do something, I go. The newspaper covers me. They have never seen somebody from R&D, young guy coming and covering the newspaper. I was the first year. My a picture and my research is in the news, because when I was giving lecture, somebody covers me, this is something very unique, it's Asahi or somebody. And then I become Kakaricho officer. The next year I do some green tea, catechin, and then I become Kachodai, and then I develop something from eggs, become drug. So every year, some new innovation we have never seen. I don't want to brag, but you do something which nobody has, unique.
Exactly.
And then there is an employer who is watching you and giving you that chance. So
True.
the problem is, we have real problem is, there are lots of talent around us, like many, not only foreigner, also Japanese.
Japanese too, yes.
So we evaluate them in the regular way, like 5 years Kakaricho, 10 years Kachodai. That's not. If a guy's smart, even 20, make him president. Why not?
True. That I think that trend should come.
That, my good luck, I had very good employer who was giving me chance, raising me every year, and then makes me number 2 in the company with Taiyo Torishimari Fukushacho. It's only family member could become, and still in the history nobody has become in that company. So
That's your hard work, paid off, I think.
It's not, I'm saying hard work, it's both way. It's not saying what I was very good, maybe I was good, okay. But problem is on the employer side too, that there's somebody who's watching you, evaluating you, take you out.
True.
It's both ways. So
Right.
I was fortunate, it became my own company, sort of like I'm going all over the world, developing products, making the products, selling the product, putting the factories. They gave me almost free hand, to do that, So it was both ways. Then I went to another group, Roto Pharmaceuticals, so the same thing, So it was, you need to do something. It's both ways.
True. But your story is very inspiring, especially, still people in India, people always they see for US or UK, English speaking country.
Right.
Still, we have very less, even the Nepali student more than the Indian students or the employees, only 40,000 Indians here. So, what would you like to do? You think that Japan will be able to attract more Indian?
I think, when I came, it was like curry rice and turban and snake chamels,
True.
and Ganges Gawa, all like,
True.
But no, it's different, So it's not only turban, there is brain, they're genius, there are zeros,
Exactly.
Lots of Japanese I've seen sending kids to Indian schools.
True. Very
Amazing.
true. Yeah.
And they always ask, oh, you can kakezan toka, zero toka. You don't know, image change has been dramatic, about India, about Indians, because so many Indians have achieved quite big, PepsiCo.
True.
Indira is becoming
Yeah.
CEO, and Google and Microsoft,
True.
and everywhere you see
Indian
there's a
CEOs.
flood of Indian CEOs all over the
True.
world. But so that has changed the image,
Mm-hmm.
and also India after Prime Minister Modi came, especially he has done a tremendous job to improve the image of India too, overseas. I think it's all, still infrastructure issues are there, and a lot of issues are still there, but it's a country of strength, it has a lot of things still it's becoming, again, a very attractive manufacturing center, technology, IT, good thing, so I think India has a lot of potential. It has to be tapped. Same
That's
with
true.
Nashik.
Yeah, that is the question. Like, what is your plan for India? The Kameda Seikas plan
We
for
have
India?
we are making this product
Okay. Mm-hmm.
in India. So this is Japanese product.
Yes, this is Japanese.
is
My
Indian
favorites.
That's happy. Yeah, we are making something very close. Also, we are going to launch in India. So we put a factory there. When we started the factory, it was COVID peak, and it was little issue to start with, to sell. But now we started exporting to Europe, Bulgaria. It's,
From India?
From India.
Wow.
So it's
Great.
becoming. So it's going to a different country. In also you go to like Dubai, you'll find our product.
Kari
Kari on the store, and Qatar Airlines. I think recently Indigo.
Indigo,
It
yes.
started
Oh,
getting this
wow.
product. So, it takes time to penetrate in India market.
True, true.
So one keyword I tell you to have a success in India for Japanese company always does have good partner there.
True.
You go alone. I have done so many ventures, so many business in 40 years in India, because India was always, it's a heart.
Heart,
I
yeah.
do something for
True.
them, So hiring also Indians and going there, putting factories and doing all that.
Yeah.
Most of the success came when I had a good partners. You have a very good partner, because problem with India is why Suzuki became Suzuki, because they had they had the good partner. The government was supporting, and of course there are companies like Daikin and other, they have good CEOs probably.
Exactly.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So either they have very good Indian manager or a good partner. So I'm not saying Japanese are not good, but understanding the culture, knowing their language. Same thing is here also. So, I mean, maybe exception, but the Japanese can deliver a lot better as a management rather than foreigners. But as you said, the foreigner, the Indian, what they can do, they should do what Japanese can do.
Out of the box.
Out of the box, out of the things which they could do, making them global, bringing some ideas which was not there. So those things are, you need to be, for any country, like why Google and Microsoft sees are India, because they have done certainly something special there. So what the local people could do it.
True. Very true. Exactly. So for the Indian, I think it is a great thing what you are saying, that there is a chance they should come to Japan.
Yes,
The Indian,
I think there is always
yeah.
a potential, and now India and Japan relationship is so good,
Exactly.
and it was never bad, never hurt. So the culture,
But now the
religion
best.
is the best,
Yeah.
this time, So
Yeah.
Politically, and also, from different angles, partnering. Also,
Geopolitics and,
the politics here around
Yeah.
the world scenario is changing. From different factors, I think India and Japan, they need each other,
True. Very true.
because now the Japanese population is shrinking. India population is going to become number one. There are a lot of people are there.
True.
We could fill the gap with each other.
True.
India is struggling. Japan is struggling with this Shoshikori,
Yeah.
all that. So I think benefiting each other with the technologies, with the people's strength, with also what can be, and the market size. Look at this. This is a huge market.
Huge
size.
market. India is the huge market.
And the good part is, I've never heard any Indian speaking bad about Japan.
Yeah. True.
I've never heard it. And
True.
I hear a lot of things about India here, only, but they never talk about bad about Indians. They talk about maybe infrastructure or maybe it's not clean or something like that. But I've never heard speaking bad about Indians. So that's very good thing. And I don't know. Indians love more, like made in Japan and whatever Japan is. They always present. Never seen speaking.
Blindly you trust.
So good impression about Japan. And it's true. When I used to hear the stories, like after the World War II, everything was destroyed. Look at this, and we have, very unfortunate earthquake now, and lots of disaster, earthquakes, and it's a beautiful country, but it's also disaster.
Always
prone
struggling.
country, always something happening,
True. Natural calamities, yeah.
But I want to tell you, we have also great product for that. If we have, where is that? You could write this one.
Okay.
You can store for 5 years, right?
Okay.
And
Great.
when there is no gas, electricity left, only with the water or
You can
hot
just-
water, you can.
Onigiri, Ninaru.
You don't need anything. Just put water in. Then after 10 minutes, it's ready to go.
Wow.
And it's so delicious. Biryani, curry rice, halal. So this is also not only with kaki nutane and rice cracker. We have huge.
私それだけ知ってるんですけど、あ
But this is not known. This is like we have operations in U.S. has so much strength. Not
True.
only,
True.
it's only rice. There is no allergy.
Yeah,
All other crops have all other.
exactly.
So we have gluten-free, it's a healthy rice, and then we make them delicious. Sorry,
Biryani.
shifting the topic. but
Wow,
what I was trying to-
biryani.
Yeah, biryani.
ドライカレー。ここドライカレーもある。
And the real curry rice bari was not.
カレーライスもある。
Yeah.
Wow, I'm having a lot of fun with
So-
these snacks.
Yeah. We have also plant-based food products, like this is vegetarian stuff,
Vegetarian stuff.
So
Wow.
it's a meat, but from plants. from
So that
soybean.
is a great news for all the vegetarian, Indian who come here and
Yeah.
complain that there is not much vegetarian food. This is a great
Look
snack.
at this, it's like soybean and rice,
Yeah.
Then we have 100 gram has 58 gram of protein, 11 gram of dietary fiber, no cholesterol. It's so healthy. Just take this
Great.
one as a vegetarian.
Sure, great, wonderful. This is a great news for all the vegetarian, You can just feel safe and you can come to
Yeah,
Japan.
here in this area, we have chicken, but it's plant chicken, green chicken.
Green chicken, yeah.
We have a bread, look at this. This
Yes.
is rice bread. So a lot of
Yeah.
people cannot eat white wheat,
Yes.
But this is the bread. There's no allergy. 28 allergen free. It's from rice. Rice bread.
Wow,
Can you
rice
believe?
bread.
It's very
そうね、
delicious.
これパン書いてある。
Like this one, pan. So it's we have probiotics. It's a lot of things. A lot of people are we are not known, as a group as Kameda, So trying to
Great.
shift now that we are rice innovation company. We will do not only taste and texture, because our products are very good. You can't stop with the study.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me because I cannot really stop.
So Yaviski.
そうですよ。もう止まらない。
止まらない。かき歌でもハピターも
止まれない
そうだし、止まれない、止まらない。そういう美味し
そう
さと感動と、now we are trying to bring, what is it, nutrition and also environmental friendly because you don't eat
True.
meat, you
True.
should start eating plants, it's very environmental healthy, Because
Exactly.
1 kilogram you have to make meat. So you need probably 25 kilograms
True.
of crop and 1,500 liter of water,
True.
So Kameda is changing, and I always say, what is Japan is good at? Tell me what is Japan is good at? Eat
Innovation.
Yes, innovation.
Yeah.
You eat anything here is so good, so
Yes.
delicious, so nice to look at.
And the quality.
And the quality, and
Yes,
what I call it,
fresh.
the craftsmanship.
Yeah. True.
So the Japanese, they are God blessed. They are blessed people.
True. Very true.
And they can make the product so good, so clean.
Yeah.
So in India we have jugaad, I'll explain to you. But here there's very neat and clean process. When the
True.
monoskuri are, nobody can beat that.
True. True.
And when you eat anything here in Tokyo, it's so good. The Chinese food, or Italian, or Indian, or
Because ingredients are great.
Ingredients are good. The food material is good. It's very clean and nice to look at. And
Aesthetic sense also
aesthetic
so
sense,
much. Yeah, great.
It's a cleanliness.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful country.
So this is wonderful. You know, many things we don't know about Kameda, and this is I got to know so many. Though I have been living in Japan from last 20 years, but I didn't know many things about Kameda. So this is a great knowledge I'm getting today too. But as you you just heard that 40 years Dr. Juneja in Japan, but still we would like to have little bit fun, rapid fire round with Dr. Juneja. Yeah. So we'd like to ask you your favorite snack.
Yeah, that's kakinotare.
Kakinotare.
I am not joking. I carried so much this product all over the world. Can't believe it. Before I joined, this was one snack. When I used to carry to India, everybody likes it.
Oh yeah, so do I.
It's a rice base, the peanuts,
Yes,
and you don't need to worry too much.
Yeah.
And they started. They cannot stop it.
True.
And we have wasabi, we have ume, and so many flavors, and all sort of flavors. And I thought, wow, we need to sell this product in India, and that's the reason. It was before I joined. I started this venture. And by chance I was there when they made the venture. I was not part of it, at that time. So,
So definitely those who are watching that snack, if you want that snack, contact me.
Yeah. So I'll give nipples some very good about to guys. The beauty. You cannot stop eating, guys. You have it. And this is
Yeah.
our favorite. Happy time.
This is my I can just 3-4 packets I can eat.
Yeah, you can't stop it. It's so
you can't
good.
stop it. Yeah, exactly.
This is a national snack.
True.
There's no Japanese who will not know this product.
True.
And we have now sumami dane and mugen, nori, arabi, and pota. So many brands. We have 50 brands in Japan.
Wow.
And 350 something like SKU, we call it, the products. Then we have operations in US. We have 6 factories in US.
Wow.
And in Chicago area, in close to San Francisco, in Nevada area, in 2 factories. We have very close to.
Dr.
If you
Jaja,
go to Vegas,
I would like to go to your factory and
please.
take a video.
Yeah, please.
People would love to see that.
Yeah, sure. Then we have factories in Vietnam, the Ichi product there, and then we have factory in Cambodia, Thailand, China, then India.
Wow.
So all over.
It's
So
a big business to, as a CEO to manage,
I have more employees overseas than Japan.
But still,
Yeah.
though you are here for last 40 years, but we would love to know, do you have any favorite movies or Japanese or
that's
Indian?
a good question.
Yeah.
My favorite movie, that's a good question. No, it's a Netflix, I see sometimes Indian movies, and also, of course, Hollywood movies, The only time I sit in the plane, that's my time, I start seeing. My favorite movie would be 3 Idiots, probably.
3 Idiots, okay. Good for 3 Idiots.
Yeah, no, it's such it was education for parents.
True.
It's education for professors.
Exactly.
It was fun, it was comedy.
Yeah.
There was a very great message.
Good message it was,
And
great
that message I give, don't mold your people around what you want them to become.
True, very true.
Right? You should have your kids and let them free hand. My son is in US and he wants to stay in US, fine, go there.
Yeah,
My daughter is here, when my family, we have a still house, we live in Tokyo, we have a house in me, she keeps on going and teaching there. It's okay. Everybody has life.
Yeah, exactly. They can choose, true. Do you have any favorite time pass?
Good question. Favorite time pass is, when I have so much work, to be very frank with you. I rarely get time pass.
You don't have time to pass. So much work
Hardly
you
any
have.
time to pass, Yeah,
Exactly.
but I love a lot of things, and of course, the best time pass is, when I have dinner. Dinner with my clients, dinner with my family, dinner with anybody. That's my best time, because after a day hard work, and lots of meetings and all sort of
I know, yeah.
mess, then you sit in the evening with somebody, president of some country, or your family, or your
Yeah,
friend, you know.
true, exactly.
But that's then I start thinking, that's my time. I think when I sit in Ofro.
Yeah, I know.
Or spa.
Yeah, true.
I love spa, you know.
Yeah.
So
Onsen.
Onsen.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just sit
I
and
love to.
relax and
Yeah.
just you forget
Yeah.
about the word, hot water.
Very tricky question I'm going to ask.
Yeah, please.
Tokyo or Delhi?
That's a good question, you know. And yeah, I love both the cities. You know, there is no comparison of Delhi and. You know, I lived more years in Tokyo, to be very frank with you.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm biased about Tokyo because I got used to the life here, the culture, food, families, friends, you know. When more and more I spend time here, I start shifting to Tokyo but I love still Delhi. My siblings are there. I love that place. I have lots of memories there, you know. My wife is also from Delhi.
True.
So I think it's very difficult to compare. I love both the cities.
Okay, very diplomatic answer. Okay, how about paratha or sushi? Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, I start saying that, it all become Japanese, you know.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
40 years, most of your life here.
Yeah, to be very frank with you, if you ask my family, they'll all probably vote for sushi, you know. But I personally like paratha too much.
Yeah.
My wife will
exactly.
say, you know, you need probably take care of your weight or something like that. You know, but
It's fine. It's fine. So now again, the cricket or baseball? Do you watch cricket?
you know, it's a good question. I used to play cricket, you know.
Oh,
I'm a fan
okay.
of cricket, you know.
Okay.
And when I came down, you know, and first thing my professor took me to the baseball game, you know. I thought, wow, it's so close to cricket, you know. Because a lot of people tell me the baseball was born from cricket, you know.
Yes.
So it's again same thing. I loved cricket. I used to play cricket. I was not a very good player, but I know all the players. I met Sachin Tendulkar. I have pictures with him. You know. So I knew a lot of people there, and I love the game. I still, if I have chance, I go to England because there's not much of news of cricket is here, you know.
I know.
And when there's
yeah.
no news, you start forgetting
Exactly.
that, you know. But
True.
if you are hooked to, and I would have hooked to the cricket team, I would have still. So I start forgetting cricket, but I still love cricket. But baseball also, you know, I mean, it is there, you know. Like,
True.
You know, you see every day, and
Exactly.
then,
Exactly.
you go and see the games, and more. Like I'm a Hanshin Tigers fan. I don't know. I become Chunichi fan. I was lived in Nagoya, Tokyo,
True.
Osaka, everywhere, you know. So.
So,
Answer.
So it's again the diplomatic answer. Yeah, both.
Yeah, both. You know.
Both, yeah.
If I go to India and I get so absorbed, nobody talks about baseball there. Everybody's talking cricket, you know. Then you get hooked to the cricket. You
True,
know. So
exactly.
then your old memories and going back to the
Past. Yeah, exactly. So, Dr. Juneja, you're such an inspiration for all of us. So we would love to hear something, short message for the Indian youth, especially. What would you like to say for them?
You know, I always tell, you know, I love one word in Hindi. I always use one word in Japanese. You know, I started using recently. I tell, you know, my favorite words. One thing, jugaad. And why I love that, you know, because when there are no resources, you know, you have it, you know. Like I came, just a fellowship, and then I have family, and it's hardly any resource. Then you start building up your career and your education, whatever it is. Yeah, gyakyo no naka ni chansu saguru in Japanese. When you don't have much of resources, you have hungry session because you have appetite to work hard, you know, to become. When you have everything, you become, oh, God has given everything, and that's where now Japan is, you know. Japan was very hungry after World War II. A lot of people built Japan, right? There was nothing left, you know.
True.
To build up the country. When there's something wrong after earthquake, everybody come together. Like we are factories, you know. When something goes wrong, everybody will come together. Because gyakyo desu ne.
Gyakyo, right.
Gyakyo no naka ni chansu saguru.
So desu ne.
When there's something that brings you together, makes you work harder, then you have the heart.
find the
there,
opportunity
When you
there.
have everything, then you are so comfortable. So okay, what? So you got your parents give $100 billion. Why you have to work?
True.
But some people are not like that. They want to become 10 times or 20 times. It depends on the person too. So and in those circumstances when you don't have anything and you do the best, that's what my message is. That if you have everything, that's what our jugaad is. And another thing, I say is ichigo ichie. I love that word. And why I say, that you never forget the moment. You never lose that moment to take the chance out of that. There's a chance of get. So that moment is not going to come back again. Like I met you today, right? This moment is not going to. I will meet you a few times again and again, but this moment, this is past. Every age, time is going. So you should avail that the opportunity you should have, not let it pass. You cannot avail every moment, but if you have the chance that you clicks, you take it. Do it. That's I say, and that's what I still cherish the people I worked with, cherish the companies I worked with. I'm still so friendly with them. I left those groups, but I meet them. They treat me so with the respect. I go there and also try to do something for them also. We're still collaborating, doing a lot of projects with the company I left, So because I cherish the moments I spent with them. Never let the moment go, Third thing is
Amazing.
Third thing is that 3 idiots, do whatever you want.
Wonderful.
It's your heart which tells you. You want to become what? You want to live in Japan, you like Japan, you live it. You don't like it, just leave it. Because if you don't like it, you shouldn't. It's a waste of time.
True. So it was an honor. I wouldn't say that we had an interview. We had just a face-to-face chat. And such an amazing. When I entered here, I found a family here. Like family, they're working together. They're having fun. Of course, with lots of snacks. I'm just kidding though. But with lots of snacks, and they're working with so much happiness, and that is, I think, most important thing for when the healthy relationship, and when you have the healthy relationship with your co-workers, I think the company also grows. And here I can see that Kameda Seika, the same thing.
Yeah. Last thing I want to tell you, I love people, and he told I ski this. So I love my staff, when I became CEO, I want to go and talk to them, Of course, as a CEO and chairman, I become sometimes rough because I'm a father, a parent, I have to take care of my family.
True.
So that's my role too. But I love from my employees, my family also, from the heart. So I always say, my management philosophy is only 3 words, people, innovation, and make company profitable. When you become a company profitable, then you can do anything for the society, for your people. So that just very simple management style I do it, I try to respect people, whether it's irrespective of their nationality, irrespective of their gender or whatever it is, So I always say with diversity, respect is very important.
Amazing. I have learned so many things today. I really learned, that today I'm going to use these things in my own, the media thing I have started. Yeah. So that was Dr. Juneja. Actually, as I said before that, I even didn't feel it was an interview. We were having so much fun talking to him, and he's with me right now also. We're just laughing, we're having fun here. So that is the way it should be. And those who are watching this, that if Dr. Juneja can do that, Dr. Juneja said you can do it too, definitely. And he's such an inspiration for all of us. With this, today's episode, we are going to end here. And definitely, as I promised, we would love to go to Kameda Seika's factory and we'll show you how they make all those amazing snacks. So for today, thank you so much. Namaste and arigatou gozaimasu.
Namaste, arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you, sir. See you again and eat our snacks. Thank you. Nice rice.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.